Winning.
Let's press the unmute button and don't tell me it's not working, Chris, because I can see the little lines going back and forth that it's working. Good evening, everybody. What's going on, Chris, Benny, Free Kyle, Benny? What's up, John, Matt, and Ron? Good to see you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good evening. Kelly's finally home from getting her strawberries and whatever else she got, because that's what she does. She goes to get her snacks. Shoo! What's going on, Shoo? If you hear a lot of noise, I'm sorry. One, my air purifier is going off right now. That should end in a bit. I got 2 printers going. The third printer is stopped. That was our new heads in that final, that one there, Benny. I got 5 new heads. They're drying. Gonna put them with Chuck. What's going on, dude? Gonna put those in the cure station tonight. Cure those up, and I'll have all the parts tomorrow. I'm gonna get on doing the build portion of Samantha from Bewitched, and then I'll get that video up so everybody could see what they got to do. Not that you can't figure it out, the 300-pound leprechaun. What's going on? Just to let you know, it's not every 3D print is equal. With this specific artist, UEL, like I said, he does a lot of cool stuff, but I've noticed with my Fred Flintstone, I printed up my Magoo, and now Bewitched, the keys aren't the greatest, so there is a lot of shaving down to do. There is work to do on them, you know, if there's layer lines and stuff like that. The moon is not my favorite. Doing a ball is never my favorite because there's always a pinhole at top, and you got to put so many supports on the back, it kind of bubbles up, and it takes a while to sand the ass end of it down. But you can do it. I did mine. I'm kind of rushing through mine, so it's not perfect, but if you take your time. What's going on, Omar? Hey, what's going on? Don't make me take your double fudge sundae away and give you some asparagus there, Spence. Sorry I missed your call, Omar. I was in getting all my fingerprints printed up so those could go over to the New Jersey State Police. That, if anybody's curious, that's for my gun license. So I had to go get my my fingerprints all done up. But yes, not every... Like I was showing you last time, not every 3D artist does the same kind of work. Some do test print, some don't test print, and that's the way it goes. There is sanding asses again, but not that much because most of her support marks are on her leg here. There are some support marks on her butt right there that you got to sand down. I try to keep the supports underneath. This way you really don't see them, and there's a couple on her back, but you'll be able to see them, and once you prime up, you're going to find the ones you missed. Thank God this is a solid piece. Because of the size she is, there's only the moon is hollow. The moon is hollow. The back plate is hollow, the little backing, and the bottom portion of the base. Everything else is solid printed resin, so you don't have to worry about anything with leaking or anything like that. Plus they were, like I said, these guys, they're not tiny. There's a piece of paper towel from where I was cleaning her up. They're not tiny, but they're not big either. And the problem with this is I can only put 2mm drain holes in here, and I put them on the inside of her leg where the broom goes and inside of her neck. But 2mm at this size, you know, you think everything would pour out, but it doesn't. So it was too small, and I kept getting resin leakage, and I said I didn't want that, because if you do seal this up and say resin ends up in her leg down here, with it being hollow over time, that would split and crack. So she's solid body, her head is solid, her hat, everything, the broomstick that we got going on here. So I'm going to be doing the build and paint. Hopefully I could get it all done tomorrow, and then I'll get that video up so you can see everything that I did. And hopefully you have a good time building yours. I'll smooth her out. What's going on, Tom? Good to see you, sir. Yes, so that's what's going on with that. I'll finish that build. Then I'll get back onto Darth Talon, which should go fairly quickly once I get her done. You know, it's a lot of red and black and just the wire work down the base and putting her together. You know, it's not a lot. I got to reprime her butt and her boobs because I haven't reprimed that. I've been letting it whatchamacallit, I can't think of the word. I've been letting these guys dry. This is the one I stripped the primer off of because I didn't notice until I had primer on it that around here was kind of a lip, and I had to sand that down, and once I put primer on it, it really looked bad, and I think I could feel a divot here too. So I'm gonna have to prime just this area, and then probably sand it down to get it smooth and make sure. And the difference between this Darth Talon set of hips, these are pre-supported, so it made it easier to do. But with this one, the other one had a full panty. She's got a little thong up her butt there. But you're not going to see that because her butt is going to be facing the wall anyhow. So I'm not too worried about that. How many times will Kenny strip Darth? Just hopefully the once. Hopefully once. Like I said, Spence, this time I'm going to just prime that bottom lip there to see if there's any waves or anything. If there is, then I'll sand it, prime it, sand it, prime it until Omar, which end do we want to handle? Butt guy or boob guy? I'm more of a butt guy than a boob guy myself. Yes. And see, that's what I'm talking about with keys. Abe 3D is amazing. I know they do test prints, and this is a larger print, but that thing goes right in there. No problem. Lines up. I'll be able to glue this down, and I won't have any gap or anything like that on her. So they do a nice job. They do a very nice job. With Samantha here, you're not going to see it, but the one arm has a peg here that I test this. Oh wait, actually is this the side that fits? One side actually fits. Yeah, that one fits pretty well. It's just got to be shaved down a little bit. It's the one on the other side you got to shave down a lot so it fits in there. And the other thing with the cape too, the pegs on mine didn't fit in there well. The peg on this is too big to fit into the tiny holes, so what I did was left the peg on the right hand side for now. That one fits, and I chopped off the other. Well, I sanded down. I might have chopped it off. I think I chopped it off and cracked it, and I'll use that as a guide, and then I'll just glue that guy in place so the cape is out like that. Unfortunately, you know, there's things with 3D prints. Boob guy, wedgie wear. Geez, Mod Power's working overtime tonight. He's got the wedgie wear. Yeah. So I'll probably prime this up tomorrow, and it stinks because it's cold and wet out, so I can't open the garage door. So I might have to run out back and prime this because I was priming up Bewitched, and I almost killed myself in here with all the fumes and everything like that. Yeah, that wasn't good, but she'll be good once she's all ready, and then we'll paint her up, and we'll prime her up first, and then we'll paint her up. She gets to go back there where the dry things go. I'm thinking, looking at that, I upsize my Bewitch. I don't even know if UEL has it for sale yet, because I know Dirk's been looking for it. He actually bought one from me. But I don't know if he put Bewitched out yet on CG Trader, because that's where, I don't know where else he sells Bewitched. Let's see if he put it up. Because some of his stuff, some of UEL Winner's stuff is Patreon only, and we're a Patreon of his, and like I said, only myself and one other person have permission to sell his prints, unlike Abe 3D. As long as you're part of their Patreon. Wicked, Abe 3D, we're part of. Wicked, we're part of. Who else? CA 3D Studios, we're part of them. So all those guys we get to, we pay for the tier where we can sell, not the STLs, but the printed models we can sell. I'm looking to see if he put Bewitched out here yet. I don't know if he did or didn't. Oh, there's Johnny Quest. Augie did Johnny Quest. He's got so many cool cartoons from when we were a kid. I gotta finish my Magoo too. My Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo. Yeah, some of these, like I said, like there's another, the I Dream a Genie cartoon portion where they're on the island with the space capsule and all that. I gotta get that one. Actually, I gotta get the code for that one so I could get a discount on it and put that out. Because every month we get 2 as a Patreon. We get 2. I'm looking to see if he put Bewitched out. I don't see her yet on CG Trader. The other one I want to get is all the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon ones. Those are very, very, very cool. Gossamer from Bugs Bunny. I'm still looking. He's only got 3 pages worth of files. And if you do find it anywhere other than CG Trader, that would mean, unless he's on Cults too. I don't think he's on Cults. I'd have to look. But if you don't find it on one of the sites and it's not under UEL winner, that means some scummer took the file and sold it. I hate those scummers. Scummers. That's what they are. Oh, there's Zorak. I got to get Zorak and Brack and Space Ghost. Those are all good ones. I can't see what anybody's saying right now. I want to check Cults and see if he's there. But he does not have Bewitched on CG Trader. And if it's not on Cults, then it's just a Patreon only file. Let me look. Bewitched. Let me see if you put it up on Cults. Because sometimes people put things up on Cults and not CG Trader, and CG Trader and not on Cults. It's definitely up. There he goes. Let's see who's got it. He's got it on Cults. I don't know why he doesn't have it on CG Trader. Let me make sure that this is UEL. Yep. He's got it on Cults. So he has it on one and not the other. Not sure why, but that's how he's got it. Oh, very cool. Yeah, you gotta be careful out there because a lot of people. Dirk got one before you. Dirk bought one. I didn't say he got one. Dirk bought one. So did Bob. You, Bob, and Dirk. Oh, the 3 that bought and waiting. You're waiting till so they'll definitely be ready this week. I just want to finish that video, and then they'll be ready. I'll package them all up, and then I think the shipping for these is $16. The box that I got to put them in, the medium-sized box. So there's nothing I could do about that. That's what the United States Post Office charges. The one thing I wish, I don't know if I was talking about this last time, the one thing I wish he did different was he made a big ball for the moon. I kind of wish he would have made it a flat circle. This way you could have put like a light yellow halo out the middle and then a yellowish gray on the inside so it looks like the moon's glowing. But with this one, you're not going to be able to paint it like that. So I'll probably paint it a yellowish gray, and that'll be that. I've been looking up colors for the background, all that good stuff. The art that he has is different than the original cartoon. If you really want to go original cartoon, you'd paint it black and white. Hello, Kelly. Otherwise, his cover art's different than what the cartoon is. The cartoon, the back sky is a really dark blue. The buildings are actually a darker grayish blue with black tops on the buildings. Excuse me. Her outfit is a really dark black blue. Same thing with her hat, and then a red around the top of her hat. And you really can't see inside the cape, so I'm assuming to match the top of the hat, do the inside of the cape red, and then the black, bluish black on the outside. Of course, her broom handle's going to be brown, and then whatever you're going to paint your broom, tannish yellow. So there'll be a few variations on this. So looking forward to seeing people build these up slowly but surely, cleaning out space and saving for likely the Elegoo 16K set. Nice, Spence. Then you can use that gift card. I just printed Compact Pussycat for the upcoming deform. Oh, very cool. Yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff. Kelly, Spence said to keep me behaved for you, these guys. She said, okay. Yes, and once I'm done, once we're done with Bewitched, then Jason Voorhees goes on the printer. Now that Bewitched heads are done, I'm going to clean up that printer, put clear in there. This way I can do the water for whatchamacallit, Jason Voorhees. Plus I need the clear. I want to say it's 537 scale is the parts that we have, and then I got to print up and clear for the Enterprise, the old brick pattern at Enterprise. The deflector shield, the frickin' thing on the front. Omar's yelling, "Hi, Kelly." So we got a few clear parts. She's going to be color corrected here, so probably craft paint. Yeah, I'm going to go color myself with her. I'm not going black and white, which would look cool, the black and white, but I want to do her in color, and then she'll go up and when I get my cabinet for over there, I actually got to run an extension cord or an outlet over there. Mom Conklin doesn't come home tomorrow, and miscellaneous is upstairs. She's upstairs. But yeah, definitely love the old cartoon characters. It's very, very cool, and I am very happy that UEL gives us permission to print these guys off, and we're able to sell the prints. The Bobbins! The Bobbins came in, didn't even say like, hello. He just came in and said moist. And Kelly went, ugh. Right, Kelly? Kelly doesn't like that word. What are you doing? Do you need light? I was going to say you could turn the light on if you want. We can just, brighten up my ugly face over here. Do my little show. We're doing our little show, yes. Okay, so anybody that doesn't know, last show, Gadgetron 3000, reminded us that September 8th of next year, 2026, is the 60th anniversary of Star Trek. So I decided to go ahead and make the 60th anniversary Star Trek group build, which you'll be able to find on Facebook and also the community. I'll grab links and throw them up here. Finally managed to get. Good to see you, Bobbins. I'll catch. Fun fact: Elizabeth really didn't like simplistic cartoon. Oh, I did not know that. I'll put the links up in here. This way you can check it out. The major rule is it's got to be from anything from the original series to the last series on TV. Any of the movies. It can't be what ifs. It can't be from a different timeline or anything like that. I know we're going to see a bunch of the same models, but we'll see different takes on those models. The big thing is we're celebrating the 60th anniversary of Star Trek, and we get those builds done. I already picked my first build, which will be an easy build since we got a year. I'm going to do the 1/1000 scale. It's up there. The USS Enterprise 1701 with the Botany Bay. There's the link for the community one, and there's the Facebook group. So you can find it on either one, and you'll find the rules there. Please read the rules. So I don't think Phil is here because I got to get a hold of Phil because I know he's doing a couple Star Trek builds, and I think he's naming one the Boyd Crompton, and I got to tell him if he does, it's ineligible. It has to be a name from the TV shows or the movie. It can't be. We can't deviate from that those shows or those movies because it's about celebrating the 60th anniversary, what Star Trek did for us from the beginning up until now. And Kelly's like, Star Trek, don't make them, Kelly. They will just start throwing moist panties at you left and right if you make fun of Star Trek.
You couldn't do it like under a fantasy thing.
Couldn't do what?
You couldn't do it under like a fantasy guise. It's just Star Trek.
Just Star Trek. It's the 60th anniversary of Star Trek.
Oh well, Jesus, I'm sorry. Shoot me. I didn't fucking know.
You see, you weren't listening.
It's your show. I'm folding.
You're usually butting in on the show the whole time.
Turned over a new leaf.
You turned over a new leaf. She turned over a new leaf, gentlemen. So in for the Trek build, my Borg ship, printing 60 euro, then onto the pie. Jeez, that's a lot of panels. Voyager's allowed. That's one of the shows. I heard building models is a fun thing to do. I might try. Joe, you, sir, are going to build a model for the 60th anniversary Star Trek group build. You're in. I say it, and that's it. You have no choice. You could start it like I started Jurgen Harder and just not finish it, but you're in. Yeah, definitely. Boyd would have loved this group build. It would have been awesome, and he definitely would have built something cool. So the group build will start on September 8th of this year and run till September 5th of next year. Thank you, Omar, for catching that. I put 2025 for both dates, so the group build would have started before it was finished or something like that. But it'll run to the 5th. This way I could get all your pictures, make sure you got clean backgrounds, all that other good stuff. And then we'll have the live show on September the 8th of 2026. And no prizes, no coins or anything like that unless it's a minimal amount of people that build, and then we can grab something and we can try to do something for that. 60th anniversary Star Trek. Do I build a TIE fighter? How does that work? No. You go out and get a 1/1000 scale Reliant, Defiant, Voyager, something on the smaller side. I was actually thinking of, after that build, printing up the, I don't know if anybody did it here. I know we all saw it, the 3D print of the Strange New World shuttlecraft. I was thinking of grabbing that one and doing that one. Yes, it was definitely time travel for the... I didn't even notice I put September 8th, start date, September 5th, finish date. So, it's a finish before it started. It is Star Trekky. It is Star Trekky. But yes, that's what we're doing for Star Trek. Like I said, we have the group and the whatchamacallit. The group on the community and the group on the Facebook. We got many groups. So if you know any Star Trek builders, tell them to come over before I have to make the group private, because somebody always will come into one of the groups and they will start spamming things. Okay, so this is the header picture for it. We got 28 people in the group already. Spence already put the link in here. Omar's doing the Enterprise from Strange New Worlds, which is cool. Steve Arthur, our official military police officer, is doing the old Defiant. He made me want to do this because I got all the bells and whistles for this one too. I'm doing this one for my first build, the 1701 with the Botany Bay, and I'm getting stupid already. I'm definitely going to light it. Nothing crazy, just the windows, nav lights over there, probably solid nacelle caps. So I'm not going to go crazy on that. And what I wanted to do was kind of like a shadow box so I can hang it on the wall, but I don't know if I'm going to get that crazy. Elliot asked, would the Matt Jeffries concept shuttle be eligible? Unfortunately not. If it's not seen in a show or a movie, even though the person worked on Star Trek, it was never seen. It had to be something that we saw. You can do a prop. You can do props. You can do ships. You can do figures. Anything as long as it's related to Star Trek. It's got a hole in it, so how can you not? That's right. It needs a hole in it. It's 9 o'clock already. Time to take my medicine. I got to remember that. Okay, I will build a Star Trek model. I think those are called Gundams. Let me know a good kit to grab. I would like to. Bad guys. Who is that? The cling wraps. Oh my goodness gracious! The cling wraps. Did Dirk join? I will join if Dirk does. I don't know. And a very very sad day for Dirk. Unfortunately, lost one of his fur babies, and very sorry for your loss, Dirk. If you're listening or watching, it's rough to lose one of the family members. Never ever a fun thing to do. Sean, what's going on, Sean? Good to see you, sir. I don't know if I want to build the Voyager. If I build the Voyager, it's got to be my bigger one. That's what she said. And that will take me a while to do. So I want to try to get a couple in. So that's why I'm deciding to go with the smaller ones. Don't know if it was... Do we count the animated series? I don't know if we count the animated series. I'm going with the real, real life stuff. Gowron. Glory to Gowron. I have the perfect Klingon D7 for you, Joe. There you go. Give him that D7. If you can show with a screenshot, it was in the show's movies. Exactly. I don't think we're going to count animated series. I'm not a fan of animated series. Actually, the first Star Trek animated series I did like, but I haven't watched any of the what is it, Below Decks or whatever the hell it's called. They're in our lives a short time and leave big. Absolutely, they do. Abso-freaking-lutely. I have a bunch of the real comm badges from Next Gen. Oh, very cool. Does anyone know when the decals for Enterprise Strange? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't want to count animated stuff. I just want to go with TV shows, like live action TV shows. Not live action, but live people TV shows and movies. So we're going to keep it at that. Regular TV shows and movies. No animated series. Well, D7 sounds exciting. I mean, D12, but that's a rap group. How about R2D2? So no Kelvin timeline ship. No, it has to be anything we saw. TV shows, movies. That's it. This way, it's more of a level playing field for everybody. Even if it was painful, yes. Lower Decks. Kenny, you will include Lower Decks. Oh my God, I'm getting beat down. Okay, so we'll include the animated series also, because there is a model for from the animated series. So it was on TV. All right, you beat me down. The original animated series and Lower Decks is the newest one. Was there another one besides that? I know the original one. That's the only one I ever watched. And I never watched Lower Decks. So let me know if there's any others. Characters from Lower Decks were in Strange. Oh, I haven't watched it. Right out of Lower Decks push Star Trek. STD. That always makes me laugh. Come on. Cerritos model is out there. Yes. Okay. You see, I didn't know that was in the timeline. So there you go. Lower Decks. Lower Decks is in, Omar. You guys got your Lower Decks, and you got the original animated series. So there you go. You could put those in because it was on TV. I don't think we'll see much of that, but now we could tell Elliot if Tom is right and the Jeffries shuttle was in Lower Decks or whatever animated series, the original animated series. I'm not sure which one Tom was talking about because I'm old and I haven't seen the animated series in a long time. Then I will let him know that he's good to go with that. If you can't do Kelvin timeline, then you can't do mirror. There are Kelvinverse models out there. There you go. See, this is getting too difficult. That's why I just said TV shows and movies. Now you guys are pushing it too far. Too far. I try to make it easy. Go with the original series, Generations, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, Voyager. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Strange New Worlds, Star Trek Discovery, and all the movies. Now you guys getting all crazy with this timeline and that timeline. You guys always do it to me. You always do it to me. But I will allow those two animated series, Lower Decks and the original animated series. Those two are in. So it'll be a fun build. Get your lights, your kits, your paints, all that other good stuff. I'm going to be asking questions because I never paint the hull colors right. What is it? A lot of people use the Imperial Japanese Navy gray for the ships, I think it is. Now, shoo. Those are fighting words. I know, Chris. I give them how many movies plus all those TV series, and they got to have cartoons, too. They're going to have freaking cartoons. Jeez Louise. Now, if we had a Star Wars, like, I don't even know what anniversary, 40th anniversary, I would screw everybody and tell you it's only the first 3 movies that came out. Nothing out of any of those other fake movies. Those are the only ones I watched were the first 3 that came out. So what happens with Trekkies? If it was Star Wars, everyone would know exactly what to do. Trekkies can't be trusted. Oh, God. Just forget the new Section 31 movie, barf. I didn't even know that thing existed. Had no clue. No freaking clue. Yeah, I don't use craft paint. I suck with craft paint, so that's just totally out of the question for me. The only thing I use craft paint for is my bases, so I don't waste good paint on my bases when I'm just slopping stuff around. But craft paint, the man in here to talk to is Spence. Spence is a craft paint wizard. The only man on the face of the earth that I have ever seen buff to a high shine, and I'm serious. He buffed out, I don't know how he did it. Craft paint, super glossy. Awesome job, Spence. It was amazing that you did that. Let me see. Star Wars is simplistic. There are only three Star Wars movies: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. That's it. I refuse to watch any others. None of them. Sad reviews. I didn't even know about that movie. You know what? The original Star Wars came out in what? 1977, right? Star Wars. Yep, 1977. So because I am bad at the math. Oh, somebody texted me. What is this? Oh, that's my calendar. My calendar. 2025 minus 1977. Ooh, 48 years old this year. You know what we got to do next year? It'll be the 49th year, so we'll have a year to build. We'll do the 50th anniversary Star Wars group build coming up in, that would be 27 would be the finish for it. 26 would be the start, 27 would be the finish. So all you Star Wars fans, there'll be one coming up for you too. There will be a 50th anniversary Star Wars one for you. Can join in the morning. They're going to have any questions. Oh God, my friends are very funny people. So yes, we will have a 50th anniversary Star Wars group build. The first movie, there was no New Hope associated with the original release. Not only one Star Wars, the first movie, there was no New Hope associated with you. Really? I didn't know that. All I know is I've called it New Hope. No, Rogue One was excellent. I refuse to watch any of them. I won't watch any of those movies at all. None. Just the first three. Kelly's never, I don't think she's ever seen Star Wars. I was only 5 when Star Wars came out. I did not see that in the movie theater. My cousin Kathy did take me to Empire Strikes Back in the movie theater, though. That was a fun one. Jar Jar. Oh, what do we got? Marines in here? Jarheads? That's why I didn't join the Marines. Couldn't fit my head in the jar. Sorry, you crayon-eating bastards. My grandfather would kick my ass for saying that because he's a Marine. Which Star Wars version? Theatrical, special edition, special edition, number 1, 2, 3, 43, 3A, with Vader's dumb? No. Can't play this game with Star Wars? No. The original theatrical releases. That's it. And it's only going to be from 3 movies. None of this other crap. But then that would leave out some characters and stuff, because some people unfortunately do like some of the other movies. You know, like I don't know who, but somebody does. Somebody does. I'm going to build the World War II U.S. Enterprise for Star Trek 60th and get away with it. Then I'm going to enter my CVN 65. I saw Star Wars boot in 97 and 77. Yeah, I was only 5 in 77, so I definitely didn't see that in the movie theater. I don't remember seeing it in the movie theater, but I do specifically remember my cousin Kathy taking me to go see whatchamacallit, Empire Strikes Back. Kelly doesn't watch Star Trek, Star Wars, nothing sci-fi. Nothing. She watches her movies, her type movies. I don't even know what her type movies are. She likes killer movies, like Zodiac. What's the Jack the Ripper one with? She likes all that stuff. So I gotta watch my neck. It wasn't. Come on now. It's still an Enterprise. If you're going to go along the timeline of Enterprises, we got to go with the CVN 65 in the movie theater. Lordy, that was something. Darth Maul is a great Sith. Darth Maul would be a cool figure. Han shot first. I don't believe so. I believe Greedo shot first. I'm going with Greedo shot first. There would be an easy one. Frickin' print out Han Solo in the carbonite and just spray that thing up. That would be a very easy one. Print it out hollow, put the lights on the side and stuff, and call it done. Can we include R2 with the Kelvin Enterprise as the E goes through the wreckage? No. No. I'm going to throw some nacelles on a Jupiter too. You guys just want to drive me crazy. Just want to drive me crazy with this. But yeah, I'm glad I looked. Now we have a 50th anniversary Star Wars. For the people that do like the other Star Wars movies, don't worry. I'm not going to hold it to just the 3. You guys can have somebody. If we do them all, somebody better do Jar Jar Binks. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's just to build a whale model. It counts. There you go. You could just build a whale model. It would count. Definitely would count. Oh my God. You guys make my life difficult. That's right. I'm drinking Coca-Cola. But R2 was in that footage. In what footage? Where was R2? Where did they sneak R2 into? Was he? Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. I seen that blown up. No. R2 is not allowed. R2 is Star Wars, not Star Trek. I don't care he was in a little Easter egg thing. Nope, nope, nope. If somebody does R2-D2 and puts it in, it's not getting in the slideshow. So I will just end that conversation there. You can have a whale, though. You can definitely have a whale. Anything. Whale was in the movie. R2 was in the movie, but he's freaking Star Wars. Build him for Star Wars. 3D chessboard. Actually, I have my brother gave me his Star Trek chessboard, the 3-layer chessboard. I got that. That's pretty cool. How about Captain Kirk using R2 as a trash can? That would be interesting. No Star Wars. No Star Wars, please. The Millennium Falcon was in first contact during the Borg cube fight on Earth. No. Would you guys stop bringing up this nonsense of Star Wars? Because then we'll have to make it, everything in there. We just want Star Trek stuff. Because we know the better franchise is Star Trek. We absolutely do. Hot space aliens. Excuse me. So that's what's going on with that group build. And we will have the 50th anniversary Star Wars group build, but I won't put that up until next year. I got to look at what was the very first opening date. Why is my freaking stupid? I got to clean my screen. What was the opening date? This way I know. Put it in my calendar. May 25th, 1977. So May 25th of 2026, the group build will start. And May 22nd of 2027 is when it will end. Star Wars, later retitled A New Hope, opens in a limited number of theaters in the United States on May 25th, 1997. The film's success led to a wider release, becoming a major blockbuster. The Star Wars theme lands at Disney Resort opened on... Who cares about Disney? I don't care about Disney. Not at all. Let's see. New Hope in the 1970s on the Star Wars. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So we got dates now. We got dates, which is a good thing. I'm doing the soccer ball and the paper tube. The soccer ball would be cool for the Star Trek build. I'm going to kill you, Shu. I'm going to kill you. Yeah, Star Wars is just all blasters. Yes, it is, Tom. Yes, it is. I have a couple of F-104. Oh, technically, you could do that, Benny. You definitely. Which episode? When they went? This when they went back in time. What? I forgot what happened in that episode that they were back in time. They were trying to stop something, right? I don't remember. I'm discussing with my counsel, Benny and Kyle, regarding the good Star Trek kit that isn't the Enterprise to build. Grab one of the 1/1000 scales if you can find a Defiant, Reliant. That's not bad. It's actually tiny Klingon bird of praise and stuff, and I was there on that day. I was not. Round 2 even reboxed an Interceptor kit for the Star Trek art. Opening weekend Star Wars lost to Smokey and the Bandit. That's a car that if I could have that car, I would love to have that car. I have a 3D printed blockade runner in a box. That monster may have to be the 50th Star Wars. We will have his 50th Star Wars group build. I have a bunch of Millennium Falcons here. I got a bunch of stuff. X-Wing fighter, Luke's X-Wing fighter. Was it by accident? They were stopping a rocket launch that would have made the Soviets retaliate. Pilot recorded them and they beamed him aboard. Yes, that's right. I remember that part now. I can't remember things. My memory is so crap. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yes, hopefully we see a lot of cool builds. That's why, like I said, I'm doing the 1/1000 scale at first, hoping to get in at least 2 builds in. That shouldn't be a bad build. That might be my first battery-powered build. I don't want to build a special base for that unless I do. Kenny, check your Discord DM. Why is somebody messing with me? Somebody's going to mess with me. Let me see what we got. Oh, that's right. It was a Star Trek kit. I forgot about that. I forgot they made that into look at that. Look at that. But I'm sure there's a better kit. Indeed, Benny. I will let you know. I will let you know. Knucklehead Sluggo. I like that slogan. Knuckleheads unite. That's us. Knuckleheads unite. One episode was by accident, the other was on purpose. Then the episode with the Guardian of Tomorrow or Forever. Yes, indeed. I gotta look and see which, what are they on? The originals? Paramount? Or do they still, I gotta check Amazon Prime. But the only thing about Amazon Prime, they have the remastered originals. I watch them, but I hate the remastered shit, man. It's gonna put me on a rant now. I hate the remastered stuff. I like the grainy frickin' look of the old TV because that's what I'm used to. I can't stand when they remaster and put colors in that makes it look frickin' goofy. It's like the other day, Mama Rossborough, Kelly's mom, had on the old black, I don't know what old black movie, a black and white movie that we were watching. But you ever remember on the old black and white movies with the little spots in it and you'd see somebody's hair was stuck to the film and it'd be flipping around? I don't want them to take that out. That's what made the movie memorable. Prime. Paramount. They have the original too. Oh, I got to watch the originals then. Which vehicle hit Edith Keller? It should count. You guys are just getting too deep, man. I was going for easy stuff, just major stuff. You guys do you. You guys do you. You guys do you. And that'll be that. And by the way, the Jeffrey shuttle, what do we think that was in? Lower decks? This way I could tell shuttle lower decks. This way I could tell Elliot if it's in lower decks. Then lower decks has a regular shuttle, not a Jeffrey shuttle that I found so far. I'm looking to see. It is a cool shuttle. Definitely is a cool shuttle. But I'm looking for was the Jeffrey shuttle in any TV shows? Rory's Star Trek shuttle in lower decks. Okay, there we go. That's a good question. No, the Jeffries tube was cramped crawl space. Not the Jeffries tube, you frickin' moron. All right, we're gonna have to do some research into that because if it wasn't lower decks, we'll let that one fly. Dirk, what's going on, brother? I hope you're all right. I hope you're hanging in there, sir. I don't know if they had it in lower decks or not. Tom was saying they might have had it on lower decks, but it was definitely concept shuttle. If we haven't seen it, then it's a no-go. No-go at all. And anything you build has to have a name that was in one of the shows. You can't make up a name, the frickin' USS Fartard or something like that. You can't do it. It's got to be a name that was real. You need to be watching the USA versus Canada game. It's off the hook. Oh, I forgot that was on. What's the score? Did anybody boo? Damn Canadians. Oh, God. I'll catch the highlights. It's only 1-1. McDavid opens up the scoring. I thought it was like 3-3 or something like that. There you go. Jeffrey's tube model. I can't. Yeah, Jeffrey's tube model. You could do a Jeffrey's tube model. You could definitely do that. Once I started, the plane and figure stopped. Weird. What's going on, guy? What's going on, George? Show it with a screenshot to be sure. Absolutely. If you guys gotta prove it was in something. Like if we don't know what it is, you gotta prove it to me. It was a concept, but not built due to the expense of the build. It's Thunderdome over there. I definitely catch. Yeah, lots of booing. Tied after one. Yes, they did. I'm pretty sure the USS Fucktar was a starship for real. 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. Okay, I'm going to have to definitely watch those highlights. What about Star Trek The Next Generation? Absolutely. Any movie. Doesn't have to be from the original cast. Anything from the original series up to the most recent series. Anything Star Trek that we've seen on TV, shows, and movies. So it's got to be Next Generation. It could be Voyager, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, which my brother loved that show. Any of those. So just make sure if you're not sure, we'll put it. We'll find somebody that knows, because I don't know everything about it. Who's text messaging me? Who's text messaging me? Yes, the U.S. hockey game has been killer, like others said, watching that and this. The hockey game is more exciting than this. I can tell you that much. Good fights, too. Who was brawling? Hopefully, if it was Marchand, somebody broke his nose, that frickin' rat bastard. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys... I know Omar and a couple other people have picked out stuff. If you're going to join up, like I said, join up on the Facebook group or the community group. Either one, and just post over there. I'm going to grab pictures over there. The rules are posted in both places, so there should be no reason. And read the rules, damn it, read the rules. It's very simple. There's nothing crazy. It's just about what kind of pictures, the dates, what's allowed in the build, what's not allowed in the build. All that good stuff. So just read. Reading is fundamental. Nobody ever reads the rules, and then they ask me to break the rules. Just read the fucking rules. 2 teams enter, 1 leaves. It's Thunderdome. Yes, I looked at some Star Trek kits, which depressed me. I'm out of the group build. Why? Are they expensive? I don't know. I got a shitload of them up there, so I'm not worried about buying one. I'm probably going to do an out-of-the-box AMT-D7 at least. Star Trekking across the universe are always going forward because they can't find a reverse. When I'm going to build, but I may do a phaser model. Oh, phaser model would be cool. See? Rules are for suckers. They gotta follow the rules, Dirk. They gotta follow the rules. We don't need no stinking badges. Yeah, if you're into 3D printing, there are a bunch of cool phasers and stuff that were used in the in the shows. And like I said, I don't even know if it's up on CG Trader anymore. I don't even remember who made it. The Strange New Worlds shuttle. That was cool. If I could paint figures well, Antonio Dato has very, very cool stuff. Yeah, he's got the original cast. But this right here is supposed to be Kirk. It's supposed to be Kirk. This looks like the guy, I never remember his name. Look at him. That's the guy from the Big Bang Theory. That is not Kirk. His face is too fat. To me, his face is too fat. His eyes are Kirkish. The hair, I think, is a little bit too much on the hair. Bones looks good. Ahura looks good. You know, Scotty looks good. Spock, Sulu, Chekhov, they all look good. But this is the dude from the Big Bang Theory. Can't tell me it's not. And then he's got from Generation. So if you're a figure builder, you can do these. See, here you go. I'll pull this one up. Big Bang Theory. Absolutely Big Bang Theory. I'm sorry, Antonio. I love your work, but that does not look like Kirk. Not at all. Nope. Oh, look. Got a Lower Decks one you could do. There's a Lower Decks. Oh, I didn't know Tarita did that one. Lower Decks, there's a 7 of 9. We don't want her in that skimpy outfit. I'm trying to find... And here's the Spock from Antonio, and this Joe Hudson painted. Did a very nice job. I hate that it blows up so big where you can't see anything at all. You can do a phaser rifle, you can do phasers, you can do data or data, however you want. Oh, there's Big Bang Theory again. Here, there's a 7 of 9 right here. 7 of 9. Studio scale shuttle. This one's cool too. The travel pod. The travel pod is definitely a cool 3D print. Somebody built that, and I don't remember who. But there's tons and tons of stuff that could be built 3D print wise. They got a lot of phasers and stuff. I wonder if I put in Strange New Star Trek shuttle. Let's see if the Strange New World one comes up. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, and there's the other one. Let's see how big this. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a cool shuttle. You can build this one because it's in Strange New Worlds. I do like this shuttle. So if you want to print this up, or you know somebody that can print it up for you, and you want to build this would be allowed. Matt Jeffries concept shuttle, not allowed. Not allowed, unfortunately. Unless we can find... Oh, it's royalty free, too. Can print those up and sell them. Print them up and sell them. A lot of good stuff. You got a Ahura in a sexy pose. That kills me. Come on. I don't ever remember wearing flowery stockings. There you go. But I wouldn't build that. That's... Oh, dude. Was there something up with her hand? Was that like an AI hand? Yeah. Look. She's got double hand. 1, 2, 3 thumbs. 2 shirts. She's like the 3-boobied lady from Total Recall. We don't want to see that. I didn't know that was coming up. Oh, bummer. Can't do that. That's not what we do with Star Trek. Not at all. Let me see what I missed in this printing that is a bear. Oh, it is. Did you print it up, Omar? Christopher, he's more season 3 Kirk, where he filled out a bit more. Sexy looking horror at a communication console. Maybe you don't want her in a skimpy outfit. Joe is the master. Later, Tater. Later, Dirk. Can I build Spock's brain in a box? Sure, why not? The thought of... nothing wrong with that, Sluggo. There's nothing wrong with that at all. If you're looking for props, this set has a whole XY by XY kit. Augie built... Which phaser did he build? Was it the Strange New Worlds phaser? That guy did a really good job on that one, too. All the Star Trek talk has made this show lamer than normal. Come on, we got to be lamer than normal at once. We need a naughty 3-boob girl from Total I just said that. I did, yes, I sold the kit, but man, it's a hard one to print. The walls are so thin, and to get them to line up. Well, that just told me I'm not going to print. I'm not going to spend my money on that and waste my time getting all frustrated with it when I could just get frustrated with a round 2 kit. What's going on, Brian? Good to see you, kind sir. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. And the communicator. Okay, I know we built the phaser. The phaser came out really nice. I think after Augie built it and did the video, the guy actually made some corrections on it. But the phaser's really, really nice. Everyone geek out. Yeah. No space hippies? What a disappointment. We get somebody to design a space hippie. Space hippies are cool. FDM might work better. Resin, it's hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it then. I'm glad you told me about that. Like I said, I got plenty of stuff up here. If I were to do something, I think I would do the 7 of 9 figure. If I was gonna print something out, I would do 7 of 9. Definitely 7 of 9. Or if I could find Janeway. Oh, Antonio did do Janeway, a bust. I just suck at figures. Effing space hippies. Screw those space hippies. Glad to hear you're doing good, Brian. Doing well over here too. Just hanging out, getting ready. I got to take these doggies out soon because they're gonna be soaking wet. It's raining. I'm gonna have to dry them up before bedtime. I don't need the dogs being all wet and then smelly in the morning. Not fun. It's gonna be rain, and then when we get up in the morning, it's supposed to be raining too. So that's gonna be horrible. Horrible. Maybe I should build either AMT, TOS, Enterprise, or 114 scale D, marked as the USS Excalibur A. Is that a real ship from one of the shows? It's got to be from one of the shows or one of the movies. Just the bust. Yeah, I know it's got just the bust, but I would not do. Speaking of the 1400 scale D, Jason Marshall. It's Jason Marshall, good friend of mine, is Jason Space Doc on YouTube. Created masks for I'm pretty sure it's the 1400 scale D. He sent me a test sample. We'll check those out, and we're gonna have those on the shop. So when those are available, they're gonna be little itty bitty masks for all those little itty bitty windows. So if you're gonna be doing that, we'll have masks for that. Oh, there he is. Speaking of my buddy. Speaking of Jason, look at that. His ears must have been ringing. But yes, it's the 1400 scale, right, Jason, that we're going to be getting off of you? No snow here, thankfully. It snowed before, Brian, and then the rain took over. So no snow to shovel. 2 mutated blobs that died in the Star Trek the motion picture. Somebody... Sup. Somebody do a tribble. Excalibur A is from the book New Frontier. Also had the original USS Excalibur. It is the 4. Okay, there you go, guys. 1400 scale. They are itty bitty things. If you go over to Jason's channel, you can see them, but they work for the windows, so that's what you mainly want. If you don't want to sit there and scratch all the windows, I think it's a lot easier to peel out a little mask than to go around scratching all the freaking windows out. So we'll have those on the site eventually, and once they're on the site, we'll let you know. Yeah, can't be from a book. We got Spence here, who knows a lot of Trek lore and stuff like that. If I don't know something, I will be asking our dear friend Spencer Wolf to check up on it. So don't waste your time building something if it wasn't in one of the TV shows, one of the movies, or we even threw in the frickin' animated series in there. TikTok. I got off of the ticker talker. Ooh, damn, twice snow blowing? That's no fun. I'm glad it's raining, so I don't have to deal with snow. Plus, the sidewalks were warm enough. The snow melted as soon as it hit it, so that's not a bad thing at all. Not a bad thing at all. Ooh, I'm thinking for Joe. I think of Joe. I might have 2. I might have 2 Reliance or 2 Defiance in 1/1000 scale. Might send you one of those and force you to build it. If I had the money, I'd commission someone to draw William Campbell as Trelane. Nerd. Who's a nerd? Who's a nerd, Chris? Who's a nerd? How many days until spring? How many days until spring? Yes, we're all nerds here, Chris. We enjoyed talking about our Star Trek stuff. Back in the 60s next week. We haven't seen 60s. We have not seen the 60s yet. The 60s won't be until May. The original Q. Okay, see, I don't know all this crap. To get my 1000 Discovery Enterprise build, but all the bull crap moving. Okay. The Q of TOS. See, that's... I can't remember. Like I told you, I can't remember crap. Hold on. When's the first day of spring 2025? Thursday, March 20th. We're not too far off from the first day of spring. But like I said, here, March we can have snowstorms. April we can have snowstorms. We won't see 60s until the beginning of May. And then we'll see more 70s at the end of May. As long as it warms up. As long as it warms up. It hasn't been that bad, though. Hasn't been that bad. So any ideas on what anybody else is building without being a smart ass? Without being a smart ass? See, now I'm thinking about the Star Wars group build. That I might just build a Bandai X-Wing fighter. Those go together like a Tamiya kit. Nice and easy. I think I'm going to have someone design. It's time for glory. Oh, that would be awesome, Omar. That would be awesome. Oh, God. I would like to see that. That would definitely be an interesting bust or full figure. That would definitely. You don't remember this guy? Actually, is he? I'm not even going to look at the picture. I didn't click on anything. Is he standing against a tree with a guitar or something? Oh, that guy. Yeah, with the piano. It's Liberace guy. I remember him. Yes, indeed, I remember him. Absolutely. Yes, that was an interesting episode. The original Q. I remember him. See? Thank you for refreshing my memory. I can't remember names and all that good stuff. Not at all. Not at all. Liberace. They had the vinyl kit from back in the day on Cult TV, man. I think actually during when we had the fundraiser for Boyd, I think Dan the Man, Munchkin Modeling Man 72, I think he bought the Gowron vinyl figure we had. I forgot who put that. Did you put that in, Omar? Somebody, I forgot who put that in as it's one of the things. All of us nerds, geeks, and should be proud. We build models for public service. There you go. We are proud. Definitely proud. It just I have a bad memory for stuff, but once he showed the picture, I definitely remember who it is. The Gowron geometric kit looks good, but it's a bit of a weird pose. It definitely is a weird pose, but Dan the Man definitely picked that one. He picked that one up. So no, I don't know who put that in there. I forgot who put that kit in there. Because that wasn't my kit to put in there. I gotta look what's under the table. Maybe one of these days we'll do a random giveaway. Just won't say anything. Just be like, here's a giveaway. So I still have stuff to give away. I've been put all my even the models I want from your contest. Not built. I haven't built. Brian, there's a shelf over there. Well, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves over there with at least 200 models I haven't built. Blue and make a dio of a space cloud kick and climb. There you go. There you go. You could do if you guys remember the one Mike Lawler did of when the Klingons are going into that frickin' cloud and all the lightning, and he did that in a diorama. I can break out my geometric CODIS or Ambassador Spock. There you go. He might have put that one in there. Dirk might have put that in there. I can't remember who did, but it could have been Dirk. Chris, we all know Jar Jar is your idol. That and a Christmas special top notch. The Star Wars Christmas special. Oh my God, that thing was horrid. See, that we remember. That we remember. Abso-freaking-lutely. All right, boys and girls. It's 20 to 10. I got to go take my blood pressure medicine and all that other good stuff, and I got to get these dogs out and dried up, and then do some other stuff for the night. I'm trying to do a little painting before I hit the bed, but it's been a while since they've been out. Everyone sent Chris tons of pineapples to his house. Chris loves pineapples. So think about what you're building. It's on the community. It's on Facebook. You got plenty of time. And I will have a Star Wars 50th anniversary group build. We'll definitely do that one. But for now, the important thing is your Star Trek group build. So get all your stuff all gathered up. Go chit-chat over there about stuff. And then we'll do our thing. So thank you, as always, everybody coming to hang out. Hopefully Wednesday night we'll be on. Kelly's off this week, so I should be able to get on here. Yes, indeed you have. So you guys be good out there. Make sure you're staying warm if you're in a cold area. And hopefully I will see you Wednesday night. Like I said, Kelly's off. I have a pulmonologist on Tuesday, so we're good there. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any other doctor's appointments on Wednesday. Still doing all that crazy doctor stuff. So, all right, guys. Have a great night. It's always fun hanging out. I'll see you all soon. Take care, and bye-bye, everybody.
I love you.